Hello students, this has been Teacher Hara and welcome back to our new lesson. And now we will learn about rational algebraic expressions. So the first topic that we are going to discuss is simplifying rational algebraic expressions. And before we will go to our proper lesson, let's have first a short review about simplifying fractions. So in simplifying fractions, in the form AC over BC. Alright, so now the C here are the greatest common factor of the two, which is our numerator and denominator. So to get the simplified fraction, or the lowest term, or the simplest form of the fraction, just cancel or divide the rational or the greatest common factor. So let's cancel that one, and we have here A over B. So this is now the quotient of our algebraic or the fractions. So for example, we have 24 divided by 36. So now let's do what we're going to do first is to find the greatest common factor. So this one, the greatest common factor of these two is 12. So the factor of 24 is 12 times 2. So we have here 2 times 12, and this one, the factor of this, the 36 is 3 times the 12. Alright, so 3 times 12. So now, in this form, our C here is 12. So 12 divided by 12 is equals to 1 times 2 is equals to 2. Alright, so we have here 2 over 3 because this was cancelled or divide, and the quotient is 1, and multiply to 2 over 3 is also equal to 2 over 3. So this is how we're going to simplify fraction. Another example. Right, so we have here 17 over 21, or 17 divided by 21. So this expression, or this given, do you see any factor of these two? Common factor of 17 and 21. So 17 is a prime number, which its factor is itself and 1. See, and the 21 is, there is 3 times 7, 21 times 1. So it means that there is no greatest common factor or common factor of these two. So we can say that this 17 over 21, 17 over 21 is the simplest form. Kumbaga, yun na yung last na, wala na siyang lowest term. It is because they don't have any common factor. So now let's go on to the simplifying of rational expression. Now how are we going to simplify this one? So what we're going to do is we are going to expand our expressions. Alright, so let's say first for the coefficient. So the factor of coefficient here is we will have 2 times 4. It is because in our denominator, which is 10, we can also factor it into 2 times 5. Alright, so they have the common factor. We have here 2. Alright, let me change my pen. Alright, so we have here 2 times 4. So expand natin yung x squared. So we have here x times x. This is because x squared, it has 2x. Then we have y times y times y. Right, so we have here y, we have 3 y's because it is y cubed. And then we have here the factor of 10 is, we have here 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is equals to 10. So expand pa natin, x, isa lang, it's because it's only 1. And then we have here y times y. Alright. So now, ang gagawin natin next is cancel lang natin yung common factor or greatest common factor. So we have here first 2 and 2 is equals to 1 or pwede nating i-factor. So wala na si 2. Since si 4 at saka 5, hindi naman sila common. So pababayaan muna natin. And then we have here x. Kasi natin si x. Wala nang isang x. So dyan muna yan si x. So we have here y, then another y, and another y. So, kumbaga, hahanapin mo lang yung kapareho niya sa ibaba. So, tingnan natin kung ano naiwan. We have here 4, yung naiwan. And then, we have x, we have the y, we have the 5. Alright, so lagay natin dito, we have 4 is equals to 4, x, then y, over 5. Or, we can write this like this. 4 over 5 times x and y. So this is now the simplest form of our simplified form of our expression 8x squared y cubed times over 10x y squared. Alright, so let's go for another x. Let's simplify this rational expression. We have 3x minus 15 over 4x minus 20. So, paano natin to gawin or paano natin to i-simplify? So, gamit yung past lesson natin that we learned about common monomial factoring. So, i-factor natin yung numerator at saka denominator. So, we have here 3x minus 15. So, itong dalawang to, ano ang kanilang common factor? What is the common factor of these two? So, we have here 3x. Pwede nating gamitin si x. Pero, wala namang x si 15, so hindi pwede si x. And saka kung 3x divided by x, 3x divided by 3, pwede kasi maiiwan si x. Halimbawa, 15. Negative 15 over 3. Negative 15 over 3 is equal to negative 5. Pwede kasi pwede siyang i-divide. So it means that these are our common factor is 3. Ito yung common factor natin. Alright, so labas natin si 3. So it means ang maiiwan ay itong dalawa. So we have here x minus 5. So yun yung factor na nasa itaas. Alright, so sa baba naman, tingnan natin kung magkapareho ba yung common factor or remaining factor ng dalawa. So we have here 4x minus 20. So ano kayang common ng dalawa? So let's say the common factor is 4. Alright, so 4x divided by 4 is x ang natira. So 20 divided by 4 or I'm gonna say 5. Alright, so to check that one kung tama ba yung factor mo, gaya ng sinasabi ko dati, that you're going to multiply it para malaman mong tama ba yung factor mo. So for example, we have 3 times x minus 5. We have here 3 times x equals to 3x. 3 times negative 5 equals negative 15. Tama yon. Next, we have here 4 times x. So we have 4x. And then 4 times negative 5, we have negative 20. So tama yung factor ng ating expression. So next, let's simply cancel the same expression. We have here x minus 5 and x minus 5. Cancel lang natin yung magkapareho. Then, copy kung ano yung naiwan, yun na yung final answer mo. So, yun na yung simplified rational algebraic expression. So, let's move on to another example. Using this one, you can pause this video and try to answer this one based on your knowledge about simplifying algebraic expression. Alright, so now let's move on. Alright, so since this expression is trinomial, let's use factoring a trinomial. Alright, so simply we have, bago natin siya i-simplify, hahanapin muna natin yung factors niya. So, kumbaga, i-factor muna natin. Alright, so factor natin si x squared minus 7x plus 12. Alright, so ang hahanapin natin ay yung factor ng first term at saka yung last term. Alright. So, yung factor ng x squared is simply x and then x. Alright. So, since negative yung nasa dito sa ating second term, let's put both subtraction. Bakit? It is because if we're going to add 2 negative, it will give you negative. But if you're going to multiply that one, it will give you positive. Alright, so if-factor na natin yung last term. So, hahanapin natin yung factor ng 12. Hanapin natin yung factor ng 12. Kung i-add natin, ang ibigay sa atin is negative 7. Alright, so let's say the factor of this one is 4 and 3. Alright, so kung multiply natin si negative 4 at saka negative 3, or i-multiply natin itong dalawa, it will give you positive 12. Kung i-add natin to, ang magagawa nito ay negative 4 plus negative 3 is equals to negative 7. So, ngayon, yung ating nasa ikalawang term natin is we have here negative 4 at saka negative 3. Alright, so let's go to our denominator. So, para makita natin kung meron ba silang common dito, magkapareha, i-factor pa rin natin gamit yung common monomial factoring. Alright, so we have here, or not common monomial factoring, it is difference of a binomial. Alright, so this is binomial, this is square, this is 3 squared is equals to 9, this is x squared. So, we will use difference of 2 squares. Alright, so we have here 2 parentheses. Right, so factor muna natin si 9. Alright, what is the factor of 9? So, we will put here 3 and 3. Factor natin si x squared. So, we have here minus x plus x. So, remember the condition of difference of 2 squares. So, next, since hindi naman sila magkapareho ng pagkasulat, which is x minus 3 and 3 minus x. So, ang gagawin natin, i-factor natin ito para magkapareho silang dalawa. Alright, so we have here, copy lang natin yung... Alright, so now, para mahanap natin or makita natin yung mga terms na pwede nating i-factor, kasi dito sa ating expression, we have x minus 4, walang x minus 4 sa baba. So, the possible na makancel natin is x minus 3 and 3 minus x. So, since hindi naman sila magkapareho ng form, let's factor out by negative 1. So, always, pag isang expression, isang number, meron lang siyang factor na 1. Alright, so, let's rewrite this one. Alright, so, x minus 4 and x minus 3 over, factor out natin. Alright, so, factor out natin. We have here 3 minus x. So, kung ilabas natin si negative 1, ang mangyayari dito is magiging negative siya plus x, and then we have here 3 plus x. Alright, so to check that one, kung tama ba yun, if you're going to multiply negative 1 into negative 3, it will give you positive 3. Negative 1 times positive x, it will give you negative x. So, kumbaga, they are equivalent. They are the same. So, remember this one, x minus 3 is equivalent to negative 3 plus x. So, they are equivalent. So, now, pwede natin silang i-cancel. Alright, so we have here negative 3 plus x and x minus 3. So, ang matitira is, we have x minus 4 over negative 1 times 3 plus x. So, para ma-simplify natin tong negative 1, let's just multiply it by negative 1. As multiply negative 1 into x, negative 1 times x minus 4. Right, so ayusin na natin. Right, so dito natin isulat. So we have here negative 1 times x minus 4 over 3 plus x. Alright, so just like we multiplied the whole thing with negative 1, so na-cancel yung negative 1 sa baba at nailipat sa taas. So we have negative 1 times x minus 4 over 3 plus x. So now, ang mangyayari sa numerator natin is magiging negative x plus 4 over 3 plus x. Or simply just write, pwede na natin itong gagawin is una natin si positive 4 minus x. So, just like this. 4 plus, 4 minus x over 3 plus x. Alright, so, yung positive na 4, nilipat natin sa kabila, and then, sa negative, nilagay natin sa dulo, over 3 of x. So, this is now the simplest form of our expression x squared minus 7x plus 12 over 9 minus x squared.